We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Franks. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They go play action with Franks. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 20-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Yellow, one. Smash, red. Set.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Off the play fake, here's Franks. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Second down, Franks. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. Franks now on 2nd down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hut. 43 rail. Black stop. Smith red. Hey, green. Red, yellow. Blaster, big.
Setting up play action. Franks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Franks now. Throwing the out route and complete. That's McLaughlin. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Franks. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Now Franks. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Franks looking to throw. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Come on, set.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's Franks now from the shotgun. And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 21-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at At least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The Falcons at 8-6 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
Striker, 3-3. Slide through. 52 blaster. Trouble, 38.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Throwing again, Frank's on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McLaughlin.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Franks. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ready, break.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Up the gut, Fournette. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Field flat. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Franks. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42.
Ready up. Six. Mega. Ready.
Off play action. Franks. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Here we go.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A 1st down throw. Here's Franks. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Start.
Fournette on the counter. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Blue striker. Red striker.
Off the play fake. Franks. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead now up to 14. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
12, 10. Green jack.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 56 yards. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Franks now to throw on first down.
And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets as well. How about that? And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Franks.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 5.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Let's go. 10 cycles. Hey,
in motion comes the tight end left.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Strike. Strike. Leg it. Leg it. Ready?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
33 rail. Drill, 52. You, yellow. Drill, green. Set up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
He's got his man, London, right side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Light blue. Ready?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
Down. Yellow.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Black shot.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Ready.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Franks airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. Touchdown.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They go play action here on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 18-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bucs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Franks. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett. Never giving up. He works his way to the cube. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And some room to work. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Their catch remained at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. This pass is caught by London. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Down. Blue black. Right, white. Green jack. Yellow blue. Hut, hut.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
Ready, ready.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Go red.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Red, red. Log red.
They'll look to throw again. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans. His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Here we
Now
go.
the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Ready.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Yellow.
Good
Go.
drive last time. Really
Black
effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It got his man, complete. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off.
Okay, right?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Watch it, 6. Black ultra. Field, black.
Franks now on second down.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
On the double.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
6, mega. Blue striker. Hut, hut.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Open man downfield is Ridley.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Ready, set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Cycle. Hut, hut.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Drill, 52.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 11-yard
Red,
line.
cycle.
2nd and 2.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Setting up the screen for Cook. Touchdown!
Dalvin Cook
From 3 yards out.
and the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
They're finished. Near the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Fournette running out of the gun. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Check right. Hey, left. Heel blue. Opposite, green. Left, red.
Setting up play action. Franks.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December,
giving.
right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Red, yellow.
Our first down throw. Here's Franks.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. Right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. But right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
22 needle. Yellow, blue. Ready.
On second down, Cook. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Black lock. Check two. Strike. Check strike. Steal. Black. 6. Mega.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Hey, go steal. Smash, smash. Hey, check mega. Red, cycle. Red.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo.
This to at least get him a lead here in overtime.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they have regained the lead. That was a big risk here in overtime. It sent him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only leaves about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be positioned themselves. So you have confidence in him, and you have confidence in your defense to go ahead and let him kick that one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
2 minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
The Franks looking to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
play fake. Here's Franks. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes. One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They go play action with Franks. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to win this football game here in overtime. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Atlanta, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.